Alright. Gonna have to go and find a nice little shirt to wear.
I tried to look for your good black shirts, but I didn't see them. But I could have looked harder.
I'll be home.
I think we're going to see a dichotomy between the two today. It'll be very apparent when these dishes to the table who understands the technique behind creating a dish like this in 2009. Hold on. I'm going to peel it. So you never get that fun. So this is Christian. His arrogance is the first thing to take it down. What's the hardest technique to execute in this dish? The hardest thing for me on this one is to see it. That's 10 minutes to go. I take the largest of the two tender ones and I go ahead and cut it open. The first piece right all the way through. And the other tender one.
All right.
Smaller fish, which means it's okay.
I was probably going to ask if you found a shirt.
Sort of.
Hey,
It's a little bit tight.
where in the chest?
Yeah. And a little in the stomach.
What?
And a little in the stomach. Welcome to the live.
Welcome to our nightmare.
Where we go and we talk turkey about all sorts of random crap.
Quit leaving that right there.
I will leave it wherever I so choose.
You know how many times they knock it over because it's in the way of Oliver's food dish?
No.
Yeah, because I was late at work. Scared the dog so bad too.
Dish looks spot on.
He kind of has it coming.
Fantastic job.
Not
He's
gonna lie.
been pretty good.
What? Oliver, pretty good. I've heard some doozies, honey, but that one's pretty good.
No, pretty good. So dude is saying such is pretty good.
All right, so let's get some of these tarantulas going. Tonight, I damn near went shirtless. You don't know. I might have voices in my head. And he goes, "Who asked?" And I was just like, "You don't know. I might have voices in my head. There might be shit going on behind the scenes."
Yeah, it's too fucking hot.
I was out in that shit. Holy crap.
It's supposed to be like as warm as it is in here right now for the high tomorrow.
Well, that's nice.
And the next day and the day after.
Might be signs that this one's a girl too.
What?
It might be signs that this little one's a girl too. All right. Thug shake for $50. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Do what?
They said thug shake for $50. How did we already get into politics? Like, what in the fuck? Here we go. Look at that guy. Oh my god, it's someone from Russia. Well, we now have somebody on the Trump train and somebody from Russia. And somebody that wants me to do the thug shake. I have no idea what that is.
I've never heard of that.
He said look it up. Kind of worried. But this is a Brazilian blue tarantula. It is a male. This cage is looking really good. Really moist. Moist is exactly the way it should be. Because it is a tropical terrestrial critter. Which means it needs to have high humidity. It needs to have somewhat warm conditions, alright? Hello, Deep Charms, Asimov. I just joined Steam. I love spiders. Slop Punch. No Trump 224. I definitely am.
Plug America and plug it back in.
I'm definitely not voting for Kamala. Are you kidding me? She has got the worst track record when it comes to, well, being a part of the corrupt system. So, yeah. Anybody that votes for Kamala is pretty much somebody that supports the corporate prison systems. That is entirely what she built her early career on. You know? That thing to which everybody on the left hates so much. But because she is a leftist, people are just going to go crazy. I mean, how on earth can she be for the people, by the people, and be behind keeping people in jail past their release date simply to provide the prison systems with cheap labor? I mean, not to break it to you harsh, but that is modern day slavery in the United States. You don't hold people past their release dates just so that you get cheap labor. And then vote for the person that did that. And I would rather have Kennedy, by the way. But we'll see. This is our other Brazilian blue tarantula. He decided to go for a walk not that long ago, and in the midst of getting caught through his urticating hairs. Open borders? Nah. And free healthcare is going to be a joke. You can't trust the government that's been abusing the system with more system to be abused. You do realize just how crazy that is, right? Until we have accountability within the system, they're just going to abuse the next level of power and control that we give them. How can you look at modern day society, what's happened with social media, and say, I want more of that? That sounds fantastic. Let's give them full control of our healthcare after they've already fucked us over using the FBI, the CIA, the FDA. I mean, holy cow. Right. Only if it comes out of politicians' pockets, folks. You want reparations? Go after those politicians. You go get that money, but not on my taxes. My taxes should be going to building up the infrastructure of the country that is slowly falling apart.
That was the weirdest burp I've ever heard, Wolfie. Bingo!
Cedar porterhouses and fillets and cook so much meat on this journey.
Right.
Disappointing. It's going to be 50 right home.
Let's see here.
I just don't even want to go up there.
Boop.
I'm really embarrassed at my performance, and I know that I completely just messed up.
I don't play that shit. People reporting other people simply because they do not like their views. That is some bullshit. If you want Kamala Harris, you've got to understand that you are going to be voting for somebody that quite literally took part in modern day slavery using our own prison systems. Is that really the candidate that you want to get behind in this next election? Is that honestly who you think is going to represent you? She couldn't even represent... Yeah. She couldn't even represent her constituents back in the day. She was abusing her power. But no, this time, she's got your back, Jack. This time, she's not going to stick it to you. This time, she is for the people, by the people. Are you dumb? Seriously. I can't stand people that can't think for themselves, that just run with the narrative. Have you actually looked into the person that you are cheering for? I've looked into Trump. That's why I'm voting for Kennedy. I've looked into Kennedy. That's why I'm not voting for Trump. Alright? I've looked into Kamala. That's why I'm voting for Kennedy. It just, people came into the room and just started spouting off shit. Yeah, well, I happen to be a married man, so no thank you. Alright, so this right here is a Brazilian white-kneed tarantula. It is a terrestrial tropical species, which is why you see the dirt so wetted down. What the fuck do we have here? I know what those are. Those are a form of cage cleaner, which means there are bits and pieces of little bugs that I could not clean out in time. So you do have to go and make sure that you don't have mites. It is important. However, mites will take on a spider-like appearance unto themselves, while the cage cleaners will look a little bit more like roly-polies.
Is it safe to hop on?
Maybe. We still have people, yeah. Yeah, hopefully. That is the goal. However, you think that each party thinks the other wants to destroy the country. I think that if we had our way, we wouldn't have the system that we have right now with lobbying and bullshit like that. I mean, think of it this way. We have social media, a construct that should give everybody the ability to have an equal platform on which to stand. But instead of doing that, instead of being able to rely on companies not to censor people, we have lobbyists that are willing to go and fund politicians into passing laws and regulations that help the lobbyists. I'm with, I believe it was Robin Williams, who said, and I could be wrong about the celebrity who said this, politicians should wear the insignias of all of the lobbyists who back them so that we know who's really out to control what. We get a picture of who's backing somebody and we'll know exactly the kind of policy that they're going to be pushing and not simply what they're telling us. Because let's be honest here, what a politician tells you is often not the case. Politicians will talk a big game, turn around and fuck you over. What? Oh God, really?
And then somebody else said the same thing.
Anyway, again, this is a white-kneed tarantula. It is a terrestrial tropical critter. It needs to have 75 to 77 degrees. They can web heavily. I'm still not exactly sure why she did in some spots and not others. Like, this is some bare-ass ground, and then she just came over here and was like, you know what? I'm going to put some of my butt string down. That's exactly what I need. Really adds to the whole, and this is going to hurt some people, feng shui. That saying is so misrepresented in the United States. A lot of times it does not mean what people think it means. They say it to sound hip and cultured. All right, let's put her away and get little bitch out here.
Who do your spiders vote for?
My spiders vote for whoever feeds them. Sound familiar? Oh god, I'm already starting to sweat. Time to go and get the head wrap. This is gonna kind of outrage a few people.
How about by my medicine, you have a camel one. Huh? You see it?
Yes.
I saw it earlier.
And this is what we do. Usually we go shirtless, but I don't know if you guys can handle the nipples. Besides, I think you're tired of things getting just about that level of weird around, not TikTok, around YouTube. I've seen some of the videos out there, some of the live streams. Jesus Christ! Did you see? You see just a local?
How much you gonna give us?
Yeah. How much are you throwing into my Venmo account? This is starting to sound like fucking OnlyFans. And I thought you said you didn't want me to do OnlyFans.
You can deal with the puppies. I bet you Oliver would be willing to shake his butt for it.
Honey, no. The only beer that I will technically drink right now is Eel River beer. That shit was the tastiest stuff on the planet. Web Weaver from the boys, that was disgusting. Like, it's like having a bowel condition, but it's coming out your lower back.
What?
Web Weaver off of the boys. Like, and it wasn't even like webbing. It was like vile bullshit. What? I don't know, guys. And girls.
I'm surprised Duchess isn't in there begging for food.
All right.
Took Oliver's dish and she pushed him out of the way and started trying.
Now, that was, like I said, that's fucked up. That was the worst version of a Spider-Man-esque creation ever. That was more off-putting than DC's version of Spider-Man.
DC's version.
Yeah, DC has a villain, a hitman that has spider powers.
How come I've never heard of that? Oliver.
If you have a condition, just tell us, Bandit. It's starting to sound like... I was going to say, it's starting to sound like, well, Bandit is Bandita. Keep saying no balls, I'm going to think that you have no balls. Yeah, well, usually I don't wear it, but I'm already starting to sweat in here, so gotta go for it.
What?
The do-rag?
Oh.
Alright, so...
Bandit has testicular torsion.
No, that would mean Bandit has balls. Bandit has balls. Bandit wish he didn't have balls. Alright, now, I did say that it was dumbbell curls, and you know how we do dumbbell curls.
Lift down, lift down, lift down, down.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Get it. Sorry. Uh-oh, incoming.
Who? Oh, jeez. I'm already dieting. Lowe's Phillips is kind of being a D-bag. Kind of. Oh, one of the people telling me to get dieting. Boy, I'm already in a decent deficit.
That's just what are you doing?
No, it is way too warm for you to be in there with him. You will both succumb to heat-related illness. All right.
Oliver's like, oh.
Seriously, Oliver? Right through the path, you're going to get a weight dropped on your head. Animals are idiots. Diet harder, diabetes. I don't need to take orders from a complete and utter stranger who's clearly an online troll. Don't you have to go clean your room or something? Or just the whole basement where you live at your mama's house?
I'm 6 feet under their level.
Alright. And I will stoop to whatever level I feel fit. Yeah, some people are a little much. Alright. Holy cow, she's been busy. How's it going? Yeah, I know. I got to take into consideration the fact that I'm actually willing to go on live, lift weights, show off my tarantulas, while the haters just sit and do nothing with themselves. Well, probably do something with themselves, but it ain't very good for their mental health. Whoop. Well, these are what I filled where the void alcohol left me would have been. So, every night I go in and I describe my animals. Here we have a Lasiodora parabana, or a salmon pink bird-eating tarantula, and she has been busy. She is most definitely real. And she can be ornery, which is why I don't just go up and try to tickle her leg or shit like that. None of them are luminescent, but we do have a scorpion that will glow under black light. We'll be bringing her out soon. Oh, well, if that's the case... Boop. Alright. So to keep these guys happy, you want to have yourself a humid environment. Give it ample water to drink. and apparently a lot of anchor points for its webbing. Of course, it is terrestrial, which means it's going to try to blanket the ground. You want me to pet her? Here. She is the one that's a little bit more receptive.
So we should be able to really put something great.
There we go. Whoop. See? She's not so much violent as she is just who the fuck is touching me. No, this is just a salmon pink bird eater. It's one of the more common species. It's common pretty much because of the sheer size of its what is it? Batch of babies. Let's put it that way. My brain is fucking fried as shit from the heat today. I want to eat dead spider. Well, you cannot have this spider. However, you are more than welcome to go to a pet store, spend hundreds of dollars on a tarantula, and do with it what you will. Oh yeah, these guys have fangs. Well, let me see. I look like a tomato because for some reason my genetic structure dictates that when it gets too warm, all of the excess blood in my body is supposed to go to my face. My day has been spent patrolling in 100-degree weather. I covered a distance of 8 miles, dealing with customers who were very upset that the site that I patrol was shut down for the day due to excessive heat. So, you can only imagine just how cooked the top of my head is. It doesn't matter if you are wearing a light-colored hat or not. That sun is relatively unrelenting. No, but AFCCYT did. So, if you don't like it, go take it up with him. TTFN, kid. Got a lot of rude customers on today. I don't know. Did I kick?
What state do we live in? The state of denial.
No, today is curl day. We can do some more of those if you want.
Do what?
Curls.
No, we could. Never mind.
They wanted me to do the ab roller. That's not happening until later. Not today.
Are you even gonna have time in the next couple days?
We'll have to find it. 1, 2, 4, 5. You need to get through, honey?
Yeah, but I can wait till you're done.
Oh, come on.
That just took her camera.
All right, Wolf, move.
Oh, it is a little cooler in here, isn't it, buddy?
All right. Let's see here. Whoop! There we go. Not gonna bark, but I am gonna start shutting down people that are rude. So we will get to the scorpion in a second. I need to finish up this next set with my other arm. All right. Now, I have no idea. We're doing all right now that I've started shutting down the rude individuals. Wolf. Move, kid. Are you serious? All right, here we go. We're going for the scorpion now. Look at that. No, it's a 45-pound weight because we don't have exactly 45 pounds for me to use with the dumbbells. Look at that. Now, if you are out in an area that has scorpions and you want to see just how many you have around you, wait till nightfall, get yourself a UV flashlight, don't shine it inside your house. You will traumatize yourself. You don't know what's been going on. We found streaks where the dog sneezed on the wall. I hope that's what caused it. Had to wash that off because it wasn't me. Because they have a chemical coating the armor of their exoskeleton. What? I can't remember what that chemical is called, but I don't think it's the keratin. Let's just call this one an above ground lobster. Because that's essentially what it boils down to. The armorbictin. That's trippy. That would have been so cool. Now this is another tropical terrestrial critter. So we got to keep the dirt relatively moist. We got to make sure she's got access to water. Every 2 weeks, we make sure she gets food. That's probably why she looks so chonkers. Scorpions have a slower metabolism than their tarantula counterparts, which makes them optimal critters to keep. I mean, you can't get better than an animal that eats less than others. Good night. By the way, getting a free scorpion beats the hell out of getting one that you have to pay for. So, yeah. Hold on. The dog's got something and she knows she's not supposed to have it. Duchess! You literally have an ungodly amount of toys and treats to chew on. The fact that she still goes for like junk plastic boggles my mind. It's one of the reasons I don't like it when we buy her more toys. Here we go. We're gonna go put this one away. Well, hello, Jonathan. I have thought about breeding pretty much all of my animals, and once you get into the gist of the whole breeding process, uh, you might find that some animals are viable, but you need to make sure that your home life is stable before you jump into that kind of conundrum. We already have the Monocentropus balfouri, hopefully about to pop out 20 to 30 slings. So trying to pair her up with a male would only make things more complicated than they're about to be. I'm not going to fall for that. You have... Oh, I thought you were telling me. I was like, just a local. You did not tell me that I shared the same name as your family member. And I thought about it, and I was like, yeah, no, I don't even think he knows my first name. Let's do this. There we go. Now. I'm not sure. So how'd that go? All right. So this is our Theraphosa popsis. How you doing? I'm gonna pet you if all you do is yell at me. It's not happening. No.
Duchess!
They make for very easy pets. People are so afraid that it's going to be a hassle to take care of these animals. They don't realize that these animals, the scorpions and the tarantulas, many of them don't need to have a lot of extra care. As a matter of fact, most of them come out at night. The only thing you've got to make sure about or focus on is their immediate environment. Temperatures generally are about the same for all species. You want to be 75 to 77 degrees. A little bit higher for short times, a little bit lower for short times. You don't want to go below 70. You don't want to go higher than, let's say, 80 or 85, because you might stress the animals to death. But in reality, it all comes down to how much hydration you need to give their soil, if any. You want to make sure that your animals have a source of water. It doesn't matter if it's a small dish. Just make it big enough for them to dip their mouths into. And then essentially try to give them an environment similar to that they would have in the wild. We have both tropical... What? Oh. We have both tropical and arid species critters in this household. Send you visa. Send me visa. Think you're fucking broke. I don't even know if you know the word broke, motherfucker.
You don't need a visa.
What?
I thought they meant like a...
Oh, you mean like a green card kind of thing? Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know you, brother. Of course, me being special, I kind of just assumed you meant, from my bank. All right. We all broke here. Yeah, the only difference is, with me, rather than being broke with alcohol like I used to be, I'm broke because everything around me is so fucking expensive. I even raised the food for these animals. Look at her. Look how iridescent her pads are. Well, that's what we have here.
Hey, Lane's gonna give us $100 because he's wrong.
Says he's a welder. Nope. You can find my Venmo. I believe it's connected to this account. You can throw me $100. I wouldn't mind. Will pay for feet. Really? How about the psoriasis patches to go with it? Got a little bit of Deadpool action there. Yeah, welcome to very off-putting genetics, folks. Nope, not a doctor. But I have already had a doctor look at those patches. For ground dwellers, you can use cocoa fiber or cocoa husk for both dry and humid environments. You need to dry it out if you get the brick form before you use it for an arid species like the Harpictera pulchripes or the Monocentropus balfouri. I'm actually a welder, bro. Thank you. My wife thinks so too. Oh.
When are you gonna feed the little squirrel?
Why do I have to feed her again?
Because she's yours.
Well, I feed Oliver.
So do I, and I feed her too.
All right. We've got to get more water. Oh, God. You want to know how I breed crickets? I put them in the cage that they're not supposed to breed in. I put them in with the tarantulas or the scorpions. What?
You know, we usually get one in the roach cage.
Yeah, but that's just a fluke. If I were actually breeding them in the roach cage, I'd have hundreds. But anyway, what we do when we breed crickets is we put them inside a cage that they don't belong in. The parents get the wild idea that that is the proper place to lay their eggs, and we get a small cricket infestation in a tarantula cage. When we tried setting up a cricket colony, a form of insectivorous beetle moved in.
You say you have to dry the coconut husks after you got to hydrate them.
Oh, well, that depends entirely on the type of tarantula that you, or scorpion that you are taking care of. If you have yourself a tarantula that needs to have a humid environment, you can keep the coconut husk moist. However, if you have a tarantula or a scorpion that needs to have drier conditions, you need to dry out the cocoa fiber to make sure that you don't stress the animal out. Had a bearded, name was Gus. He passed away 2 years ago at 13 years old. That's sad, but you did a good job taking care of that animal. I have beaten emu up. Well, you have, sir, one-upped, I believe it was the Australian Army. Went to war with, it was either emus or ostriches. I think it was emus. And they lost. So well done. You didn't even have a gun. That is impressive. All right, Alex Perez. Yeah, a cricket colony. We had we do still have it up there. However, it is currently overrun by the predatory insects. We have like maybe 3 crickets left. We have been giving them food and water, but we're going to have to go and toss all that in a bag, stick it in the freezer, kill everything that was in that cage because we don't know if the predatory beetles were native or not. So tossing them outside could cause an infestation. We don't want that. We want to make sure that any and all chances of an infestation die with that colony, and we're going to have to start a new one. They lost a war to birds, LOL. I challenge you, sir, to fisticuffs. Same with China. Our Gus was a big boy and wasn't an actual German giant either. Greetings. How are you? Can you shout out my buddy, Mike? Go see a doctor. your entertainment. Can you say hi to my son,
I think it's Renee.
Renee?
Or Rennie.
Hi. I do appreciate that. I gotta appreciate all the knowledge, sir. It's a learning process for sure before I get anything. I recommend starting out with something easy like a curly-haired tarantula. Understand, and I'm gonna be going fast here. I don't know where the energy's coming from. Probably all the sugary treats I had when I got home.
What's your favorite cold-blooded critter? Little guy.
Little guy. And he is barely visible, but we'll go and see if we can take a look at him. All right. Let's come over here.
Honestly, I just wanted to dance around. It was that.
There he is. That's my little guy. He is a standard ball python. He is approximately 19 years old. He has outlasted and outclassed all of my previous relationships. That is just sad. He will not outlast this one. The fuck? There's Joe. Oh. These are the trolls that I kicked out earlier. They went, grabbed one of their new profiles or even older profiles, and they came back to troll some more.
If you want food, go talk to Daddy.
And having Christian in my way is just another hurdle to cross, and I'm taking him out of it. Christian's going down, he's out of here.
Are you a girl? Well, I don't think my man boobs are that big. God damn. Just getting roasted. Just getting roasted left and right, motherfuckers.
Usually when people are walking into a soccer club, they feel pretty loud.
Touches.
Excited, I've been wanting to go face to face.
Ah.
For a really long time, I think it's totally good.
Are you hungry? You want food right now? Is that what this is? It's my food and I want it now. Don't give me the puppy dog eyes. First of all, you can't do that as good as Oliver can. So you can just tone down with that shit.
Sometimes I take me and then food being happy with them for cooking. I am ready to see this battle go on. I just want to Christian's competitive. And it'd be nice to see him see a little bit of
Oliver, your turn, honey.
After you feed him.
After I feed him,
I forgot if you were doing that.
Joe is going to troll. Let's focus on the animals and let's ignore these hacks. I don't know what they think they're doing, but it is far from amusing. Let's see. I gotta go and get in front of the camp. Oh, I gotta put the cage clamps back on that. All right, go for it, bro. I always make sure that when you are raising tarantulas, you go and grab some cage clamps to make sure that those fuzzy eight-legged little freaks do not get out.
Touch us.
That is not your concern.
Come back there, sir. I'll be going up back.
Let me down after you.
See, hey, mister, any tips for second grade? No, because I am not a raging homosexual. I will say that you are a little bit young to be focusing on that aspect of life. You might want to enjoy just being a kid. I mean, seriously. and any adult that says that that's important at this junction in your life, you might want to like take a step away from, because that is some stranger danger shit. Holy shit. Yeah, that is literally what Mario Alberto Rivera. It's what he said. I used to smoke weed. Oh, but I ruined it. I ruined it big time. You see, not only did I smoke weed, but I also had edibles. And it was the edibles that got me, ladies and gentlemen. The edibles were a touch too much because I was given a little vial of yellowish green fluids, THC in a can, if you would, from Washington. The person looked at me and said, "You don't want to drink all of this in one night." And I used these vials for a while, and I was like, you know what? Half of this vial's not too much. A whole vial shouldn't be a problem. So I waited till the weekend rolled around, and I drank the whole vial. Now, I was high as a kite the first day, and I was sleepy as a motherfucker the next 2 days. I was so sleepy, in fact, that when we went to go and meet my now wife's grandma, I fell asleep in my plate of food.
In the restaurant.
In the restaurant. In the restaurant. So, I fucking ruined the shit out of that. That's my bad. Always make sure. What in the fuck? Just a local. None of that. What the hell? Just a local. Why is. Okay, no. Fucking. Hold on. Fucking. Hitler? Hitler was on here. What the shit? I would rather have fucking Barack Obama on here than that shit.
He was too.
You know what? Somebody playing off his Barack. Holy shit! Can you hear me now? Don't know how that button was hit. There we go. Every now and then you're gonna have to say the feed went silent when it goes silent because for some fucked off reason that button keeps getting hit. All right, here we go. The puppy is hungry, and so is her papa. We'll wait until he comes in. Here we go. Yeah, they are, but the last time I went and blocked them, they all fucking came back. I'm not gonna spend my time doing that shit. Just let them be lame. That's fine, that's all they can be in life, apparently. Oh no, Chris Hansen! Where did your commentary go? Somebody get the press out here. He's completely gone off the feed, gosh darn it. That shit is so funny. Alright, so who have we not seen yet? Shit. Yeah, the dogs left a huge mess all over the fucking floor with their food. Alright. Let's see what we have going on over here.
Get one.
I was waiting for you to bring him in. Alright.
Not my fault, you dilly-dally.
Actually, it kind of is. He is your dog.
So it's your fault when Dutch sacks up? Okay.
Good lord, we need to open this window a little bit more. Alright. So here we have the Monocentropus balfouri. There's our female's abdomen, I believe. They have properly webbed this up. I can't see shit. You little bastard. Well, I guess from now on it's just going to be a giant fucking guessing game with these tarantulas. Because we can't see fuck all in their cage. I already tried. They went by different names earlier, and they all came back as politicians. Which, I mean, if you want to go off of all the rants of the crazy extra far right, that does sound an awful lot like Obama. But let's not get into that whole rigmarole. I'm tag welder. I work in the U.S. structures in Texas.
I think he means TIG welder.
What have you been? Nice. see. Do 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 do.
My pie doesn't look very pretty, but I've been tasting my lemon curd the entire time, so I know that my flavor's definitely there.
Did you purposely put little egg white on top? So lemon.
I think this is a lemon meringue pie. I wanted to have consistency and good amounts of lemon and
This is not a welding cap. Well, I mean, maybe it is kind of a welding cap. It also goes by numerous other names. A head wrap, a do-rag. It is multifunctional. Let's put it that way. But it serves one purpose. When my ass gets sweaty, I need something to keep the sweat out of my eyes. So that is why I've got this thing on. Now, can you sing Hot Cross Buns for us? That's like Just a Local said, that's not even humanly possible. Yeah, that's why I use it. Even when I have a fucking full head of hair, that sweat just gets so fucking obnoxious. Oh, she's facing this way. That is our Brazilian blue. Not Brazilian blue. That is our green bottle blue tarantula. And my brain cell is on its last leg. Now, let's grab our... Do-do-do. We're gonna go mist the inside. You need to do this every 2 to 3 days with the green bottle blue because they are not strictly a tropical climate. The green bottle blue species is actually one that comes out of the grasslands of South America, which means you kind of have to get a little bit creative. Kind of guess what you need to do. Tends to work out fine. Oh, cool. Guess who's got his face sticking out? Mochi. Look at this blue-eyed, beautiful little boy. Any reds? Like, are you talking about a tarantula? Red spiders? We don't have any red spiders. We, for some reason, focus primarily on blue, green, pink. We do have a giant pink-toed tarantula. We've already showed him, though, and we are about to go and feed the other dog. Oliver, are you hungry? Of course he is. He's Oliver.
Of course she is.
Oh, come on.
She's like, food? Okay, I'll take more.
Duchess. She did clean out her bowl. Can we just stop with the freaking political bullshit? Like, honest to God, why do you want to bring that shit up when this is supposed to be focused on animals and learning? We're not going to learn anything from Trump that we haven't already seen from Trump. I'm sorry, guys. He's kind of already spent his last surprise. All right? It's pretty much all on the table. Ooh. Whoa. Yeah, that's actually where I'm at. I'm so fed up with this freaking two-party system to the point where when I heard that Kennedy wasn't going to be in the debate, I was just like, that's it. I've got to vote for him. Got to vote for him.
Isn't that just really full there?
Now you guys have got me started. Animals can actually be counted on to act the way that they're supposed to, whilst politicians will turn coat if it suits them. Anybody who knows anything about history knows what the reference to turncoat means. That dates back to the Revolutionary War.
I was choosing mine because I want personally to understand what it's like to have somebody on the ground.
Depends on the animal, maybe. Primates, probably. They do say a group of baboons is called a congress. Makes perfect sense.
I will also say that evolution kind of occurs when animals do shit they're not supposed to.
This is true. Just imagine how crazy the jumping spider had to get before it learned how to pick other spiders out of their webs.
I really don't want to go home right now. I'm really passionate about the drive, and I just want to keep here in the master chef kitchen.
All right. Duchess, don't even beg. You had a full thing of dog food and you ate every last bit of it. I'm surprised you're not running to the door right now.
Alright, man, I'll get you some more.
Yeah, so does black and tans. I think you forgot an R there. Defund Congress. I'd say replace Congress because it does serve a purpose and it has been serving a purpose since the days of our founders. However, the purpose has been lost over the years. The original founding fathers of the United States used to argue over where they were going to spend the money. What?
What's that just doing?
Laying on the floor.
Okay.
What they were going to go and spend the money on domestically. Now, our current residing members of Congress cannot spend our money fast enough on foreign affairs. So, literally, we quite literally ran out of money. They admitted that we ran out of money, and then they fucked off and printed out more money based on national debt to go and spend elsewhere, knowing full well they didn't actually have it.
Well, when we're dealing with situations like, for example,
Duchess.
climate change that
Duchess.
literally leads to hundreds of billions of dollars in damages, and that's just the damages that we have to repair, not the amount of money that we lost because of businesses not being able to operate correctly.
Duchess, what are you doing?
Then
The
why
whole
the
idea of correcting our economic balance using the same type of economic system, it kind of goes out the butt.
Well, we haven't been using the correct economic system in the first place. So it's going to go out the door regardless.
Well, I mean, we've been using the system that we've been using. So we need to change the system that we've been using to have an economic system that can operate within the
That's right.
parameters of what's going on.
Essentially, the mechanics here had the best take on it. They get paid a big paycheck to sit in a chair and make bad decisions. And what your favorite flavor of couch is? Yeah, pretty much. All right, so we've looked at Mochi. Belle, she's kind of visible, but not really.
It was out earlier.
Seriously, and we missed it?
Politicians, especially our state politicians, should get paid the minimum wage that is within their.
Well, there's her face.
living.
Hi.
Period.
Look at that.
No one should be in office to earn money, but be in office to help fix the system.
All right.
Sorry.
So,
Where are you going?
well, that's only basic common sense, though.
Right?
Politicians getting paid an obscene amount of money, like,
Do you have one thing of green sauce and some extra spicy sauce?
what really gets me,
No, totally take that green sauce.
what really gets me about everything that we're seeing is the fact that Congress wants to go and raise their pay. They're already getting paid like hundreds of thousands of dollars. They want more, stating that it's too expensive to own 2 fucking houses. I'm high. Alex Wilcox is not right. Does somebody know his location? I think he needs to go and have a knock on his door from the Fed boys. What do you guys think? Joking. Don't do that. That's illegal.
doing something. Yeah.
It's a snake. What kind of snake is it? We raise ball pythons, so we have one firefly morph, which is the yellow one that you guys just saw. We have one snake that is a leucistic ball python, which is white with blue eyes. He's still probably got his face sticking out a little bit. Do-do-do-do. Oh, there it is. Look at the boy. Look at the boy. The most venomous creature I've had is actually this one over here. Now, we're probably not going to go and get an actual view out of him, which I know, that is just so disheartening. But we can go and view his habitat. This cage belongs to a Vietnamese centipede. The venom is so strong, it has been known to kill the weak. Which hopefully doesn't include me, because I literally have this thing in my house. So, we can already see its hunting behavior throughout the cage. See these little holes? Every which where? That is what it uses to slip under the soil. I'm trying to see if maybe he's up against the glass somewhere so that I can show you guys at least a little snippet. To slip under the soil and nab himself a meal. Now, unfortunately for us, this little bugger is completely hidden. But he does come out almost every single night. We don't have any clown morphs that I know about. I mean, we might have a recessive gene or two in some of our snakes, but we won't be able to find that out until we finally breed them. But yeah, he'll pop up like a graboid off of Tremors, and he'll snatch a roach. Now we have two roaches in here, a young one and an old one. That's the old one right there. The old one's been above ground, but quite cleverly, not when the freaking centipede has been making his rounds. So it's like that little critter right there goes to bed. The centipede comes out and it's like, "Where's my fucking food, human? What the fuck, man? Where's the snack?" He's hiding. No, we don't have any ball pythons that have the spider gene. That morph actually causes quite a bit of distress within the snake. Gives it a nervous wobble, which can cause it to die down the road. And I do not invest in animals that might die simply from me walking by their cage.
And then he got a burrito the next day.
Now, it's time for weightlifting. Come over here.
Tricon?
What?
Exactly. Leftover food that went bad because somebody didn't take it for lunch.
Why didn't you have the steak?
I thought you were going to take it for lunch that Mike ate.
I took the pizza. That should have been a good hint.
I think that just isn't my heart.
Well, I need to go pee myself, so...
Me too.
Seriously?
She can wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to leave you to it for a second. The two of you, this is a live stream, so if you pass in front of it, I would at least hold your hand over it so you don't get seen.
Yeah, so they don't.
My favorite song, it's called American Boys. It's the one that's based off a war that we went into that was with the wrong country, but that song still slams, still kills it.
Such a weird looking dog.
She looks like her mom. Oh, I agree. It's also a pain. She woke Hiram up in the middle of the night with a fart. And Hiram woke me up. I was like, oh my god, sweetie, do you smell that? Did she shit on the floor? Oh, ouch.
All right. Now let's clear off this table. Wait, did I? Yeah, okay, I spritzed that cage. And get the roaches up here. Alright. Then we'll do our dumbbell curls. Het and recessive should be included in purchases unless you don't trust the seller. Well, I probably did get those at the time of purchase, but I did not write them down. I have a leucistic ball python, which is definitely the result of some recessive genes and or some het genes. And we have a firefly morph ball python whose coloration is typically brought about by dominant genes or codominant genes. Why? Fine, Cody. Just always some weird people. All right. Thank you, honey. Did she go? Number 2 twice?
I gotta go.
All right. Come on. All right. Now we are, of course, curling the 45s. Move. Wolf, move.
Make sure the food is out of the temperature before it goes into the bowl. This category includes plant foods, such as cooked vegetables and fruit dishes. It also includes processed foods like hot dogs and mozzarella sticks. Cook eggs only with service and intact meats to at least 145 degrees Celsius. Keep them at that temperature for at least 15 seconds. Intact meat includes fish and steaks or chops of beef, pork, veal, and ground. Tenderized or injected with flavoring
Come on, mother Frencher. Now let's see what we've got going on here. No, the black widow that I once had would not be more venomous than the centipede. However, whichever one might win if they stumble upon each other in the wild is based on who got the first bite. Now, they could potentially hurt each other, and there would be no winner. By the way, I don't condone any of this. But you just never know. All right. Hello. Now these are what we... Hey! If I wanted my knees bent backward, I'd go piss off the mafia. Jesus Christ. These are feeder roaches. They're doing really well right now because the inside of the house is at about 83 degrees. Anybody that was having a really good night probably just went flaccid. You're welcome. Surprise! Looks like an infestation! It's not. They're contained. Now, with the orange head roaches like this one, the best way to tell male and female is to look for the yellow or white dot at the end of the abdomen. That is how you discern that that is a male. Females, like this one, will not have that yellow or white dot. Now, prepare for your nightmares. There you go. Take that in. That is just delicious, isn't it? This right here is a female. Come here. Come here. I just want to say hi. I just want to say hi. Come on. Come here. There. What's wrong with you? That is a female dubia roach. I don't know how to help you with your vomiting. Maybe look away from the camera. That is another female dubia roach. The female dubia roaches, when they're adults, they have a nice shiny carapace without wings, while the males have a narrow body, full long wings, and dark complexions. And that is a fresh molt. No, not hissing roaches. These are a combination of orange head and dubia. They cannot reproduce with each other, but they can mingle a little bit in a colony. We are going to be selling these here shortly to other tarantula keepers. The yellow one was a fresh molt. It took off. It no longer wants to be a part of the party. They are big. Again? Oh, come on. The orange head roaches can produce a scent that I consider to be kind of like a rotten garlic smell to try and deter you from messing with them. It might work if it weren't for the fact that they are food for something else. No forest? No, I do not keep them in a forest. That would be a little bit hard to do in a tote. No, they did. I know you're fucking with me, but no. Now that's basically what you do to take care of them. What I'm going to do, since they seem to be really interested in the walls for drinking, I'm just going to go over and spritz the walls down a little bit more. Put them back. Let them have at it. This is the worst nightmare of most individuals. Say you can eat them. You probably could, but that's gross as shit. There's mochi. Whose life is this, Punisher? Where do you think you are? Where have the shrooms that you ate earlier taken you? You poor sorry sap. Do you really think you're in control? No, I mean, technically they probably do exist in a forest somewhere, but these are primarily found just in the market. We don't have these growing out in our wilds. Yeah, they're contained. It's really not scary. And this is the containment system that I concocted for them. The holes are much too small for babies to get out of. The container itself originally had an air seal around the edges, and it has locking lid built into it. You don't get better than that. All right. Somebody needs a timeout. Because we have scorpions. Hold on. We have scorpions. And we have tarantulas. We have a colony of tarantulas in here. They're not doing much right now, but I think they have an egg sac in there, so that's probably why. Like that big girl right there. It really did take me way too long to figure out that if I use this flashlight and peer in through the top of the cage using this phone, I can actually get a pretty decent shot through the screen. Yes, a colony of tarantulas. There are a handful of tarantula species out there that can actually be kept as a colony. Monocentropas balfouri are the least likely species to actually cannibalize one another in said colony. The best way to introduce them is to make sure that they are all relatively the same size. That will likely prevent cannibalism. They make for wonderful pets. Our males are well over 6 months now after maturing, and they have both gone to town on the female. So we are expecting babies at some point. Not going to hold one. That terrifies them. We're going to put this down. And then we're probably going to do one more curling set and call it a night. As we are going to be busy tomorrow. There are just 3 in the balfouri colony. These are shoulders. I thought you'd have seen shoulders by now, but I mean, I guess not everybody gets out. I'm kidding. I'm just making fun of you for a little bit of humor content. They are not bees. They are tarantulas. Oh, fine. Let's do it again. That is a white-knee tarantula. What about NBA, Youngboy? Is that your favorite rappers? I've never heard of him. There we go. Now, Zaza, let's see here. Help you? With what? What do you think I can help you with? I just got done existing in like 100-degree temperatures for 10 hours. I'm all out of... I'm scared of all spiders. That arachnophobia is a real problem, but at least they give you something to be scared of. I mean, it's not like they're just cute and cuddly critters. Let's talk about the New World species tarantulas, those coming out of the Americas. You know, that fluffy abdomen that they have, all that cute little fuzziness. That's not cute fuzziness. That is a whole lot of hurt that they can give you. Or at least a whole lot of itchy bullshit. You see, all of the hair that they have on their abdomen, these New World tarantulas, can be utilized as a weapon. An aerosolized weapon, if you would. Cast into the air in a cloud of bullshit that will make you wish you had never fucked with your tarantula in the first place. They're called urticating hairs. I was asking about hairs. The hairs on the New World tarantulas, when they land on your skin, they cause you to break out in what appears to be hives, especially if you have very delicate skin. Yeah, it's not fun. I've been covered across my chest, on my arm before, so I can't donate, but I hope you succeed in life. I hope so too, because just like you, I'm a little bit tired of being broke, especially with how much I make. That is very disheartening. Do not move to Oregon if you think you're going to make it big. Kind of like running into a cactus. It doesn't hurt that bad. It primarily itches. Unless you have very sensitive skin, and then, brother, you're in for a hell of a time. The only symptom, or is it among many others? Well, that depends entirely on whether you get it into your airways. Imagine irritation, but into your lungs or up your nose. Oh, you'll think you had COVID times 20. It will make you rethink your life choices. Now, one last set.
In this particular case, I would say, well, you have to get the water on your hands first and then apply the soap. So it would have to be A or C. But in C, it says put in cold water.
And then apply sanitizer. So where's the soap?
Exactly.
I think it would be A for the first step, and then you potentially C would make more sense.
I just don't know why they applied the air dryer, because you don't need it.
It actually sprays more bacteria a lot of times than
I don't know, I find that this is a very misleading question.
Are you taking a class?
I'm doing my food handling.
Oh, God.
You can always skip it and read it later.
All right.
I'm gonna say 165.
45 pounds. Yeah. That depends entirely on the weather, and depends entirely on how overheated I am.
What is that?
Omer Azah, you need to learn how to spell. All right. You guys, thank you, Zaza. You guys have a good night. Stay safe, and remember, I better not see you on the news unless it's good news.
Either 135 or 145.
You missed all the fun stuff with the animals. Subscribe, and I'll be back on hopefully tomorrow.
But if